So if you own a business, are you ready for the technology changes with AI? And how would you use AI in your business? Let me give you some tips on that coming next.
Building spirituality, family, health, and business. This is The Giant Builders with Lois Wyant.
All right, hey Giant Builders. So I am actually the guest for today, and I will tell you that I am a big fan of AI. I've been using it for my business. I have JFT Web Marketing, and it's really saved me a ton of time. And I want to give you some tips and some ideas on how to use it for a business. I am an online visibility expert, and I work with local business owners who are amazing at what they do, but feel like their marketing is inconsistent, exhausting, or just not turning into steady leads they need. And I want to make something very clear before we start. This is not going to be a training where I teach you how to click buttons or use tools, because when business owners leave a talk like that, they usually do one of two things. They either feel overwhelmed and do nothing, or they feel excited, try one tactic, and then they fall right back into the same cycle. So today I'm going to do something more helpful. I'm going to help you understand what's really keeping you invisible, what systems fix it, and how AI fits into that system. Not as a shiny shortcut, but as a leverage that helps you stop living on the marketing roller coaster. So let me ask you three questions. Just answer yes or no in your head. Do you want more leads without working more hours? Do you feel like marketing is something you do only when you're already behind? And do you ever think, if I could just get consistent visibility, I would be fine? If you said yes to any of those, you're in the right place. Most business owners think their problem is one of these. I don't have time. I don't know what to post. I don't understand SEO. I don't have a big budget. I'm not good on camera. I tried marketing and it didn't work. But those are surface problems. The real problem is what I call the invisible loop. Here's how the invisible loop works. You get busy doing the work because you're a real business, not a hobby. Marketing gets pushed down the list. Then you have a slow week or a slow month and you feel the pressure, so you scramble. You post, you run an ad, you try something. You get a little traction, then you get busy again, and marketing disappears again. And what happens over time is you start living in a cycle of urgency. Urgency creates bad decisions. Urgency makes you chase quick tactics instead of building a system. And urgency makes you do marketing when you're tired, frustrated, and already behind. If you are a business owner, you know what a day really feels like. You finish your calls, your appointments, you finally get home, you still have paperwork or quotes or scheduling, payroll, vendor issues, customer messages, and then marketing sits there as one more demand. So the truth is, it's not that you don't care about marketing, it's just that you don't have a system that works with real life. So today we are naming the villain. The villain is the invisible loop, inconsistent visibility, and inconsistent follow-up. Because when visibility is inconsistent, leads are inconsistent. When leads are inconsistent, cash flow is inconsistent. And when cash flow is inconsistent, everything feels stressful. My first taste of business was when I was a kid. My dad sold Fuller Brush, which is kind of like Avon, if you will. And I helped him stamp catalogs. I can picture it still. Stacks of 5x7 catalogs fanned out on the table with a stamp pad and the repetitive motion of putting his contact information in that one little white space at the bottom. I didn't know it at the time, but I was learning a business lesson I still understand today. If people don't see you, they can't buy from you. In high school, I joined a cake decorating club. It was just supposed to be fun, but my mom volunteered me to do a family friend's wedding cake. And amazing how many people who are planning a wedding go to a wedding. And before you know it, I'm doing 1 to 3 wedding cakes almost every weekend. I remember thinking, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I did it. And that turned into a cake decorating business that paid for my college. So I learned some important tips: how to meet with customers, taking orders in detailed, organizing a calendar, figuring prices, managing my time to get cakes done in time around the school activities and school tests. I had some fast growing up to do. After college, I planned on opening a full service wedding shop in Georgia. Now, I'm not sure why Georgia, but that is where I was going to go. I knew I needed wedding photography experience, so before my senior year of college, I went looking for a photographer to work with. 4 months later, he bought me a camera set, and I was photographing weddings for his studio. Well, we fell in love, we got married, and then I was in charge of the marketing. And back then, the best marketing was bridal shows and direct mail. You paid for a booth, you hoped the right people walked by, and you collected leads on paper. Then we mailed postcards and prayed they didn't go straight into the trash. But I loved learning, and I still do. And I loved the technology side of marketing. So we were one of the first studios in our area to do email marketing, one of the first to build a website. And you have to remember there weren't quick YouTube tutorials back then. If you wanted to learn, you had to attend a live seminar, you had to travel, you had to spend money and time to get access to the information. One of my most treasured seminars was I traveled to Las Vegas on my own to take a 3-day sales training with Tom Hopkins, the master of sales at the time. It was wonderful. Then digital photography hit. Our first digital camera cost $25,000. $25,000, and it was not as good as the phone cameras you have today. When you spend $25,000 on something like that, you don't feel trendy, you feel terrified. But we also knew something. Technology was shifting, and if we didn't keep up, we would get left behind. After my husband retired, I knew I wanted to keep helping local businesses. That's how I started JFT Web Marketing. Because I don't want great business owners to lose to marketing chaos. I want them to win with systems. I remember sitting at my desk one time and I had this thought: if only I had the marketing budget of Walmart, the things I could do. Because then I felt like the big companies could just outspend everyone. They could buy attention, they could dominate billboards, they could dominate TV, they could dominate mail. And for a small business owner, it could feel like you were invisible no matter how good you were. But then the internet changed the playing field. Now you don't need Walmart's budget to be found. You can show up in the search results as the big guys do. Not because you're bigger, but because you're clearer, because you're consistent, because your signals are stronger, and because you use the technology wisely. And that right there is the opportunity of this AI movement. When I was in elementary school, teachers used to talk about how computers were going to make workdays shorter because computers would do so many things for us. Then we got computers and we spent a ton of time learning how to use them. And once we learned, we spent even more time on them because we realized what could get done with them. But AI is different. This is the first time I've seen a technology shift that can actually shorten workdays for business owners if we use them in the right way. AI doesn't just give you more things to do, AI can actually remove time-consuming work that drains you, the kind of work that keeps you stuck in the invisible loop. And I want to add one more thing here because it's one of the truest business quotes I've ever heard. One of my mentors said, "It's not your competition that will put you out of business. It's not keeping up with technology." That's not fear, that's reality. You've seen this pattern again and again: horse to car. People didn't believe it would replace what they knew. Typewriter to computer. People didn't think you'd trust it. Film camera to digital. People said real photographers will never go digital. VHS to DVD, DVD to streaming. People said, who would stream a movie when you can own it? Smartphones. People said, I don't need the internet in my pocket. In every shift, there are people who adapt early and gain momentum, and there are people who wait and then they're focused to rush. Rush creates the worst outcome. So here's the frame I want you to hold today. If AI worries you, you don't sit back. If you're worried about being left behind, this is when you lean in, not to become an expert, but to build leverage. Now I'm going to walk you through the 4 essential ways every business should use AI. I'm going to give you what and the why, and I'll show you what life looks like when it's implemented. The first essential is use AI to fix message confusion. Because when your message is unclear, your marketing becomes expensive. A lot of business owners say, I need more leads, but leads don't come from effort alone. Leads come from clarity plus consistency. If someone lands on your site or social media and they can't quickly tell who you help, what you do, and why you're different, they hesitate and leave. And hesitation kills conversion. Let me show you what this looks like. An electrician is sitting in his truck between calls. He's doing a great job, but he's frustrated because he keeps losing jobs to cheaper competitors. He tells me, Lois, people don't see the difference. They just price shop. So I look at his website and it says what every electrician's site says. Licensed, insured, free estimate, quality work. And I tell him this is why they're price shopping. You sound like everyone else. Then I ask him, what do customers thank you for after the job is done? And he starts listing the real reasons. He explains things in plain language. He shows them what's dangerous and what's not. He gives options without pressure. He shows up when he says he will. So we shift this message from electrician near you to the electrician who makes it clear, safe, and stress-free. Now the calls change. People start saying, you sound like the person I can trust to my house. That is the difference message clarity makes. Here's another example. A plumber is getting calls, but the wrong calls. People are calling for things he doesn't want to do, and the jobs he wants aren't coming in consistently. He's busy, but he's not profitable. He's thinking, I need more marketing. But what he really needs is a clearer signal. So we tighten his message around the work he actually wants, the profitable work, and we make it obvious on his website, his listing, and his content. And now the phone starts ringing with the right jobs, not because he worked more, because he got clearer. That's essential number 1. Now, AI can support this by helping you pull out the real differentiators and test which messages actually lands, not to replace your voice, but to sharpen your voice. And the outcome is simple. When your message is clear, your marketing stops feeling awkward. Your website stops being a brochure and starts being a sales tool. And your visibility finally has something solid to stand on. Select the AI tool that works best for you. ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. Create the ideal prompt and let AI help you to create a clear message through your website, social media posts, articles. All the marketing becomes consistent. The second essential is this. Use AI to stay open when buyers are ready. Because your customers don't think about you during business hours. They think about you at night, on weekends, after their kid is asleep, when something breaks and they panic. And here's the painful truth. Most businesses are invisible in the exact moment the buyer is ready. It's 9:48 at night. Dahmer is standing under a vent with her hand up and nothing is coming out. She's irritated. She's hot. She has work in the morning. She searches AC not cooling near me. She clicks one company site. She sees a phone number and a form. No answer. No next step. No confidence. She's back out. She clicks the next company. This one has a way to get quick help, quick clarity, and a clear path to schedule. She doesn't want to think, she wants relief, and she chooses the company that feels available. That's not a marketing trick. That's buyer psychology. Here's another. A roofer gets most of his calls after storms, but the customer isn't calling right when it's raining. They're calling after they've seen the stain on the ceiling. They're calling after they Googled for 20 minutes and worked themselves into a panic. Now imagine what happens when your business can answer the basic questions immediately. What should I do right now? Is this an emergency? How fast can you come? What do you need from me? If they get clarity fast, they book fast. What is giving them this clarity, confidence, in making the appointment? How about a voice chat bot, an automated support for your business? Not as a gimmick, as a 24/7 front door. So your business stays open when buyers are ready, and what that changes is huge. Instead of waking up hoping the phone rings, you wake up with action already waiting. That's leverage. That's essential too. The bot sounds human, answers questions in real time, and follows your system. What information do you gather when you schedule an appointment? Do you send out samples? It will get the address. Your AI voice chatbot follows your system. So let me show you an example of how it sounds because it's very, very human sounding.
Hey there, welcome, and thanks so much for reaching out to JFT Web Marketing. I'm Jenna, and I'm really excited to chat with you today. Before we dive in, I'd love to know who I'm talking with. What's your name?
Hi, Jenna. My name's Lois.
Hi, Lois. It's so great to meet you. Thanks for being here. So tell me, what kind of business are you running, and what brings you to JFT Web Marketing today?
So I have a lawn care business and I have a bad review. So I was wondering if you could assist me with that.
Oh, I totally understand. A bad review can definitely feel frustrating. That's something a lot of business owners deal with. And it's smart that you're being proactive about it. While managing individual reviews isn't exactly our specialty, what we do excel at is helping businesses like yours build a strong online presence and reputation through strategic digital marketing. When you have a solid digital footprint with great content, positive customer engagement, and visibility, it actually helps balance out negative feedback over time. For your lawn care business specifically, we could help you with things like getting more visibility in local search results so potential customers find you first, building trust through a professional website and online presence, encouraging satisfied customers to leave positive reviews. That said, for the specific bad review you mentioned, you might want to respond professionally to it directly on the platform where it's posted. That shows potential customers you care about feedback. Are you looking to grow your lawn care business overall, or is the review situation your main concern right now?
Well, I would like to grow my business as well.
That's awesome, Lois. Growing your lawn care business is definitely something we can help with. Let me ask you this. What does growth look like for you? Are you trying to get more customers in your current area, expand to new neighborhoods, or maybe offer additional services?
Either get more customers in my area or have additional services.
Perfect. Both of those are totally doable with the right digital marketing strategy. Here's how we can help. By getting your lawn care business more visible online through local search optimization, a professional website, and targeted marketing, you'll attract more customers in your area. And as you grow, we can also help you market any new services you add so customers know exactly what you offer. The cool part is that when you're showing up in local searches and building your online reputation, you're naturally attracting the right people who are already looking for what you do. Before we go further, I'm curious, do you currently have a website for your business, or are you mostly relying on word of mouth and maybe social media right now?
So see how that just creates a conversation? That's real. That makes me feel like whoever this Jenna person is, because she sounds like a real person, she really cares and she's asking questions to help me understand and grow and understand my business. So the third essential is this: use AI to build trust before they call. Because most people don't call the first company they see. They call the company they feel safest to choosing. And trust is built through familiarity. The problem is most businesses are only visible when they're desperate. They show up for a week, then they disappear for a month. So the customers never get familiar. And when the customer isn't familiar, the customer shops by price. A homeowner is scrolling online on Sunday afternoon. She's not in panic mode. She's in improvement mode. She sees a short video from a local company explaining a simple fix or showing a before-after transformation. Then a few days later, she sees another. Then she sees a quick tip. Now she's finally ready. She doesn't feel like she's choosing a stranger. She feels like she already knows them. So she calls them first. Or picture this. A business owner needs an electrician for a commercial job. He's not looking for the cheapest. He's looking for someone reliable who won't create problems. He looks at two companies. One has nothing but a logo and a phone number. The other shows up consistently with small proof points, explanation, simple stories, before and after photos, clear answers. He thinks this one is organized and he chooses them. This is where AI supported video creation fits. Not so you become a content machine, so you become consistently present. You don't need perfect, you need present. Because the trust doesn't come from perfection. Trust comes from presence. AI can help you reach what people are searching for, create scripts, and resonate with potential clients, edit the video faster, and can even create the video using your voice or your avatar. That's essential 3. Be visible, be on video. The fourth essential is this. Use AI to get found where buyers are searching. Google isn't ranking the best business. Google is ranking the clearest signals. Google needs to understand what you do, where you do it, who you serve, whether your content matches that person's search, whether you're relevant and trustworthy compared to competitors. If those signals are weak, Google guesses. And when Google guesses, you get random visibility. Not predictable visibility. A homeowner searches emergency plumber near me. They don't read 10 pages deep in the search. They click the top few results. If your business isn't there, you don't exist in that moment. Not because you're not good, because your signals aren't strong enough for Google to trust you as the answer. So the lead goes to someone else. Or an electrician wants to dominate specific neighborhoods. He thinks, I'm already busy. Why do I need this? Then spring hits. He notices the calls dips. He looks at search results and realizes a competitor is everywhere. Not because they're better, because they have built more signals. Pages that match neighborhoods, content that matches services, clarity that matches intent. Now he realized the difference between being busy and being stable. This is where AI-supported SEO system fits, including your ability to scale and organize SEO with tools like Zagio. Zagio helps create the structure and turns random visibility into predictable visibility. It also helps you track keywords so you know what pages you are ranking for, updates all plugins with one click, and automates schema structure. Schema is the language that the search engines read and understand. All of this is even more important now with AI search results being above the map pack. SEO is still important, but AI search requires more information on your site and better structure. Zagio simplifies that process. That's essential 4. You've heard me say the same theme all the way through the talk. You don't need motivation. You need to break the invisible loop. And the way you break it is by building a visibility system with leverage. AI is not a magic button. AI is the support system inside the strategy. It helps you fix message confusion. It helps you stay open when buyers are ready. It helps you build trust before they call. It helps you get found where buyers are searching. And when those 4 things come together, you stop living on the marketing roller coaster. And now I want to give you a simple next step that takes less than 10 minutes. If you want the simple starting point, I made something for you. Go to gift.profitableleadsystem.com and I'll have the link below. It's built to help you see where your visibility is breaking and what to fix first without overwhelming you. And if you listen to this episode and you realize, I don't want to guess my way through this, that's exactly why I built the Profitable Lead System, to help business owners build the systems the right way, step by step. So start with a gift, and then we'll consider looking at the Profit Lead System, where I walk you through step by step how to build your own system. Well, thank you very much for listening, and please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening. This has been The Giant Builders with Lois Wyant.